I really just been doing research in the fact that when we say we can multitask or we be like one place, one place, one place, one place, our brains don't really work best like that. Our brains work best from a place of simplicity. That whatever I'm doing that. Like I'm not on stream trying to look at my phone, scrolling and laughing, and then come back to the stream like I'm focused. Whatever I'm doing is I'm presently doing. Just keeping it simple. And when we can't be in a place where our full effort and our full attention is on whatever we're doing. First of all, from a simple level, we just know we're not giving our best because we're not genuinely paying attention. And then on top of that, you can't even open the door to begin to think about what you're doing. And a lot of times, maybe a better idea or maybe you can correct something or fix something or make whatever you're doing better just by simply paying attention. So it's like we're used to the opposite. I can scroll between 10 apps in a fraction of seconds. Text this person here, go here, go here. Then this new notification pops up. Then I was doing my homework. Then I'm like an iPad kid watching something while I'm eating. It's like our attention is just pulled and dragged and pulled and dragged and pulled and dragged. That we don't even know what it's like to just go back and simply focus. Just go back. And mind you, I was watching this interesting podcast. It's this dude, I think Lex Fridman or something like that. And I'll tell you, I watch podcasts based on topics. Like I don't be having like favorite podcasts that I go to. Like if the topic is interesting, I watch it no matter where it's at, bro. So he had this podcast with this dude who was like a some type of computer engineer, and was focused on that. Right? The Jew, I don't fuck with him. What the hell is wrong with my mods, bro? You don't fuck with him because he's a Jew? Like, what? That don't even make sense, bro. Lock in, tighten up with yourself, bro. But listen, he had this podcast that was done by this tech guy talking about focus and going back in on that. And it was breaking down on how it's really bad for your brain when you get emotionally aroused and then try to focus back on what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? No, it's not like that. Well, it's just how you worded it, bro. So don't try to backtrack, bro. That's some nut shit. Zank, first, I appreciate the big 7 months. That's fucked up, bro. You know how like a much of a bot you sound not fucking with somebody and then calling out their race? That's the most bot shit ever. That's literally the most bot shit ever, bro. I don't even find that funny. Yo, time my teacher said you never really multitasking. You're just switching your focus on one thing for the next. Exactly. But you're fucking your brain up. Because when people talk about a flow state, right? A flow state or something like that, that's when your focus is completely zoned in on what you're doing. It's simple. A flow state, you back to simplicity. I appreciate the 27 months. Lex is biased as fuck. Like I said, chat, I don't be going back to people enough to notice, okay, this person is like this person is like that. I mainly go when they bring some speaker on there that's touching on a topic that I like. Makuna, I appreciate the 18 months. And I can oftentimes separate salt from sugar. So I don't know much about him personally or go back to him all the time. But it's been like a couple of ones of him that I've seen specifically that's like, damn, you know what? Because people could say the same about Fresh and Fit. But I've seen some really good podcasts that they've had with some strong people that came on there and really broke down some shit. I've never really genuinely sat there and watched one of their dating ones. But it might have been one that popped up and that guy was like some type of coach or something. It's like, damn, like really broke down some shit. You know what I mean? Or as a financial advisor or something. I watch shit based on topics, bro. You get caught up and then you find out this guy's a weirdo, this guy's that. That shit happens all the time, bro. All the time, bro. Dialing down to the basics. Exactly. And my most recent Patreon video was about that, bro. And I called it the spiritual message of the week. And I broke down like, Zekumpo, I appreciate the big 2 months. And I was like, yo, on some real shit, bro. On some real shit. We always be multitasking in our minds. What am I going to do this? We thinking about our future. We worried about our past. We dragging here, left and right. We got all this weight on our shoulders, all this stress, like all this, just a highway, just a quickness of our mind, just drag racing all day. But like, were we even meant to think that much? That was my real question and real topic on that recent Patreon video. Like, as for me, I don't even make my life that complicated and that hard. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I'm not, then I'm not. I'm not really putting this extra burden on myself to be wrestling and comparing and contrasting and fighting. I'm not. I don't want to do all that. I'm not doing all that. It's life. I make life super simple for me, and I work best that way. Not when it's just like I'm trying to overcomplicate everything and just overstress myself, but just keeping it simple. And this goes back to focus. I'm not now. I try to keep myself away from multitasking. Whatever I'm doing, I'm doing. If whatever it is, I'm doing it right then and there. I'm focused on it, and that's just that. And if I'm going to something else, then I'm doing something else. That's it. Just keeping it single file line, one thing at a time, and just simple as fuck. Just bringing my best to whatever I'm doing. If I'm relaxing, I'm just relaxing. I'm kicking back. You get so locked in that everything you get drowned and your task becomes effortless, less thinking and more doing. Exactly, bro. Rich and Unemployed. Shout out to him too, bro. He just followed me on the gram, and I did a reaction to one of his stuff before. He commented on the video, so shout out to him. Listen, when it comes to Cougar Connoisseur, brother, I tip my hat to him, bro. He be having some nice, tough demons on the podcast, talking his shit. He said he quitting. Quitting what? Like quitting YouTube? What are the best books for growing / making money, especially at a young age?